Sec. Let me see if yeah, perfect. Um, Thank you guys everyone for joining. This is the third episode of the Intersect Interview Series. Today we have our winners from Nigeria entering this hackathon and participating in the different coding and coding tracks. Hello everyone. Thank you for joining. Could we just have a quick round of introductions? Please mention your name and what project you're working on. Nath, could you start?
Yeah. All right. Good day, guys. My name is Nathaniel. You can call me Nathaniel as a nickname. So I participated in I and my team, Jumcee, we participated in the security track for the hackathon, and the major goal was doing that. Blockchain technology is kind of touted for lack of security, so it became important to bring up something that can just tackle that problem. So it's IDSafe is a blockchain-based identity verification and validation system. So it's apparently it's a long-term project which we've planned with this. There are a lot of things we're still planning to add to it. So, but luckily for us, we won we're actually very grateful for winning the prize, because that's kind of like an encouragement, seeing that blockchain is very, 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 very important in today's transactional system. So it's kind of like we're using decentralized identifiers. So we're using chain links interoperability protocol to manage identity of people, like so that in case, like for example, a few days ago, my team member almost lost a huge amount of crypto because she mistakenly changed some digits in the address. So it's kind of this is made to tackle such kind of challenges.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Nath. Next, I think we have Japheth from ChowLive. Could you please introduce yourself and give us your background? I think, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect.
I can hear you. Sorry, this place is just a bit noisy. Kind of
Oh,
at work
no
now. I don't
worries.
know if I can maybe go next, like after someone else. This place is pretty noisy now. I'll just have to step out a bit. All right, just give me some time.
Okay, no worries. I think we'll start with your teammate then. Ani, could you please give us a little background on your team, and then ChowLive as well?
Okay, so hello everyone. I'm excited to be part of this interview series. So my name is Godson Annie, and like said, I'm part of ChowLife. That was our submission for the Intersect Hackathon. So members of our team, we are part of a larger builders DAO that is based here in Nigeria called Dream Piper DAO. So I believe you tagged our Twitter account when you were announcing about the interview series. So that's how we usually come to discuss ideas that we intend to build in future hackathons. And Child Life is something we conceived by interviewing for friends about 2 months before the hackathon, but we never built it because we were waiting for the perfect opportunity. So from our interviews, we found that people cherish moments that has to do with social connections and things they find in common, like music. So we kept it aside and we were waiting for the perfect opportunity. And the Intersect Hackathon had just a track that was based on social media and especially music media. So it was a perfect opportunity for us to introduce the idea of child life. And since then, we've also continued building it, and progress is being made as we are speaking. to see how we can expand it because we also try to integrate Chainlink to it. So because we believe that if we wanted it to spread and we want it to like go far, we need to also incorporate relationships with other ecosystems
Yeah.
using interoperability protocols like Chainlink. So that's about myself and Jafet and ChowLive.
Amazing. Thank you. And then lastly, we have Blossom from the Design Your Profile track. Blossom, could you
Hello,
introduce yourself?
everyone. Yeah, thanks for having me. Okay, I'm Blossom or Harry David. Blossom or Harry David. So that's why I have the tagline Blossom OD. So I'm a creative designer and I'm actually also a member of the Dream Piper DAO that Annie just mentioned. Yeah, so he was the one that gave me the info about the Intersect hackathon. So since I'm a designer, he just messaged me and told me about the design bounties on in the hackathon that I should try it out. So on getting there, I was amazed to see the wallet and also the profile, the briefs for both designs. So I had to put in my submission and think of what. Okay, so I've actually been doing a lot of history like recently because I'm creative, so I do a lot of art history and also when I read about cultures that in a brief you can come up with any profile and any culture and all. So because of the freedom they gave me, I said, okay, why not bring in this history stuff that I have been researching on. So I had a list of several gods. And my project is the African gods. So I had
Yeah.
a long list of several African gods that I wanted to that I had ideas building around their background, okay, what people believe about them, and okay, their style. And also I came up with one particular style. Also, I was not able to do a lot. I actually planned to do up to 10, 16 because there are a lot of African gods there that have variety. But then because of the time, I just had to um,
Okay. Yeah.
make a concise submission. Yeah. So
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean,
I'm a creative
I think
designer.
no, that's really cool, honestly. So, do you have experience in Web3 as well? Before this, have you participated in other hackathons as well?
Yeah, several actually. So I actually work with the Jim Pepper team. So
Okay.
we also participate in some hackathons, Chainlink. There was this Block Magic Constellation by Chainlink. There are
Yes.
actually a couple of submissions that we have done and won. Yeah,
Amazing.
so
And
I'm primarily one of the main designers in the team.
amazing. I think we would like to have not just you, but all of you in the next Intersect Hackathon as well. We would
Yeah.
love to have you guys and see what more projects you guys can build. Regarding the next question I have is actually for Ani and Japheth. So you guys actually won the gaming, music, and media track, and also the Chainlink special prize, along with IDSafe, with Nath and Fatima. So, how did you guys learn about this hackathon in the first place? And then also uh, what was your reaction when you found out that you guys won?
Okay, so I would just I think Javed to talk about the reaction because I was pretty much the one that announced it to him. So
Uh,
I'll hope about that part. But how did we learn about the hackathon? I also referred a lot of people to join me in the hackathon. Very active in the Dora hacks community, so it was everywhere. And I thought it was a cool, and always when there's a hackathon on Dora hacks, I'm always looking out for some protocols that I am familiar with,
yeah,
and that includes like Chainlink. So the moment I saw that Chainlink is a partner, Avalanche is a partner, I worked in a previous Avalanche hack in February or March earlier this year. I just can't remember the timeline very perfectly. So that was part of what drew my attention to the Intersect Hackathon, and I also thought Intersect had a very good landing page and designs about the hack, like one of the finest I've seen. So I was like, oh, they're really focused on design. I like how they presented their challenges and all that. So yeah, that's how we found out about the hackathon. As for the reactions when we won, Japhet, maybe you can talk about your reaction.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity. And I think we're very happy, essentially, when we won the hackathon. We kind of put a lot of work into it. Annie came up with the ideas, and I came up with the motion graphics that we used for the animations, essentially. So I think it was a very interesting project to work on, and we realized that it could actually solve a major problem when it comes to media. So we were actually quite happy that we won the hackathon because we felt like, yeah, this is something we put a lot of effort into, and we're happy to see that it's appreciated. So thank you very much, and we appreciate the opportunity, and also we're very happy, essentially. I'm
Amazing.
actually in transit now, that is why. So, nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I get it. No, thank you guys for joining. I think we loved your project, obviously. And then, like you mentioned, you had some experience with Chainlink as well. So, how did you think about incorporating Chainlink into your project in order to win the Chainlink special prize? Did you think about how you would do that? Could you explain a little bit more to the viewers how you use Chainlink in your project?
So there was like I don't know if I should call it a wish list or an inspiration list by Chainlink on the challenges. And one of the first ones was find a way that we could use CCIP to bridge tokens into the Avalanche C chain and then use the Avalanche teleporter to send these tokens to Intersect Layer 1. So when I saw that, it was perfect. I said, for ChowLive, we want in case I haven't introduced what ChowLive is like a social space where users can come and listen to music together in sync. So it's you just come in, you sign in with your Spotify account, and you all play it together like a listening party. So I figured that these rooms are like spaces, and some of the rooms creators might want to add value to it. Might say, oh, to join my room, you have to pay so amount of tokens, but we don't have to cut off everybody who are not on Intersect. We need to allow those who are outside. Like I said, currently now we're working on how we could like expand to more ecosystems like Base and Co and the other Ethereum layer twos. So
Yeah.
Chainlink was just a perfect bridge to tie these other ecosystems to Avalanche subnet system, where if tokens and messages are sent across, we can actually finalize it on Intersect. So it's like Chainlink is what we used to enable cross-chain subscriptions. So for the users, is a chain abstraction. They don't have to bother about what their network is. As long as they have the token, wherever they have the token, they can subscribe to a room and join in the fun experience within the room space. So that was how we came about utilizing Chainlink CCIP particularly.
Amazing. I think we gave those ideas for the Chainlink special prize because the goal of this hackathon is to excite the broader Web3 community about Web3, about the potential of blockchain. And I think it is important that people from like all networks, I guess, have an access to use applications, and security and interoperability were the key themes that we felt that were important during this hackathon. Thank you guys for those answers. My next question is actually for Nath. Nath, could you tell us about how you came up with the idea for IDSafe, how you met your teammate, how you learned about Intersect, the hackathon, and yeah, what was your experience? What was your reaction when you found out that you guys won?
Yeah. So once again, thank you guys for the opportunity given to us. It's very wonderful to actually be able to be opportune to actually solve a problem the tech space. So my teammate is Jumcee, like her name is Fatima, but her nickname is Jumcee. So we've been working for close to 1 or 2 years, and we actually started working on came together due to the crypto space. We're like, okay, right, we want to make a change, we want to make something, make a difference. Like based on the fact that cryptocurrency is like it has a developer friendly ecosystem. So traditionally, I'm a back-end developer. So she's more focused on blockchain. So we realized that that would be the perfect combo. So which is why we actually came together. Like, okay, let's see how we can convert, we can combine our expertise and create a solution that can actually solve a real life problem. So, for example, IDSafe is like personally, I've like even me, I've also lost some funds some time ago. So, and like the concept of security cannot be overemphasized. So, because of that, so we decided to like bring out a unique solution. And the reason why we specifically chose Chain, because when like we there were multiple hackathons on Dora Hacks we could have selected. So I remember we had there was one I think there were 2 or 3, but we specifically worked with Chainlink because lots of the focus on like security. You guys had that track security, and in that we already had the intention. So security is like something that's very important. You understand? So and yes, like the emphasis on connecting. So Chainlink, I think Chainlink has an emphasis on connecting real life applications. So we went through the homepage and we're like, wow, this is a perfect foundation to start from. So and once again, thank you guys. Like this is a motivation booster. Like it's made me much more confident and interested. Like I would also like to work on more opportunities with you guys.
Amazing. We're glad that this hackathon gave you those opportunities, and we loved your project. Obviously, we would love to see you in future hackathons. Blossom, what about your project, African Gods? So, like you said, you gave us a bit of info. You had a list of like African gods that you wanted to start designing. Could you tell us like the design process that you went through? How would you describe your art style?
All right. First, I would like to talk about my reaction.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember coming on that Zoom call. I was on that Zoom call, I think. If the
I
video is
remember
there, I
you
remember
joined,
coming.
and
Yeah.
then you joined the call, you know?
Yeah, I joined the call and I saw my name. I saw it. I was screaming. I was like, "Oh!" What?" I remember joining late just to see my name on it. I was screaming, and then because I knew about the ChowLive
Yeah.
project, yeah. So the next page, I saw the ChowLive project. I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa!" I saw the ChowLive project again for Chainlink. Oh, I just had to message Annie like, "Oh, yo, this was." We won that kind of thing. So I remember that experience that day. I think I was with a couple of people. I was like trying to tell them, wow, we won this and a couple of prizes. Like I saw that the ChowLife won and all. It took me aback because I came late on the call and then just see my name. So that was how crazy it was. Okay, so back to the idea.
Yeah.
So, upon reading the brief, I saw that okay, it actually gives me a lot of freedom to express culture, and also, I know some of the African gods have been, they are kind of ancient, and they have this kind of old elderly vibes to them. So I already said that a lot of them are going to be looking more younger. So I was going to profiles like look more and that. So I had this kind of list of prompts for I had to create prompts for all the kind of a description of how the profile will be, how
Yeah.
based on who they are, their personalities. So
Yeah.
I even have a few here. I could read some of them. There
Yeah.
are quite a lot for
Sure.
okay, let's
Sure.
say
Let's
like the
let's
sun
go
god. Okay, let's say
for the
sun
sun
god
god
Ra.
Ra. Yeah.
Yeah, I said the Egyptian sun god. He has a golden cane with warmth and power. his eyes like two suns, piercing the darkness, his head adorned with a solar dish. You see the background, he had a kind of solar dish. It's like a symbol of divine authority. The backdrop to the backdrop, like the background, was going to depict a kind of vibrant sunrise. Yeah, and he was going to be surrounded by celestial bodies, stars, planets, the sun, and all. Then he was going to hold the staff because he has the staff, symbol of authority and power. So he was going to have the staff. Okay, for the other one, Anubis, there was one. Okay, the moon goddess. I didn't include it there. Thunder god Ogun. I didn't include it. Okay, let me just go to Anubis. Okay, for the Anubis, I said okay, the Egyptian god of death and the afterlife. He was going to be depicted with the human, as a human and the head of a jackal because that's his form. He has the head of a jackal and a human form. So he's associated with desert, death, darkness. He is filled with a sense of duty. So he has a sense of duty. He's up to the task. Like he has no space for jokes. He has a lot of responsibility because he's the guardian of the dead. So I wrote that the background was going to be a barren desert with pyramids and tomb. Though I didn't include the pyramid and tomb at the end because it was a little bit complex. Then he's going to have a staff also. Then going down to Trot also, and the wisdom god. The wisdom god is also an Egyptian god. So Egypt has a lot of history on gods, like a lot. So I was able to get a lot from them. The Egyptian god of wisdom, writing, and magic. So that one has the he's more, like say, celebrated, like his wisdom. So he's filled with understanding. He has intellect, and also you'll see the whole golden stuff. And so then I selected pop was the major thing to that profile. Also, the background was supposed to be a background of library, like a library or a temple, but it was too long. To do the library was taking a lot. Okay, so then so I wanted to also include some female gods too. God of love, Oshun, that's the Yoruba goddess. Then Iem, that one, the Akan Eats goddess. That one is from, I think, around Zambia, Kenya or so. Then there's also there's another female god I had on my list. Okay, the Mami Water, the West African water spirit. So I didn't include, okay, I included that, yeah. So the West African water spirit, so her body is half human and half fish. I was not able to show her lower body because it's a profile, so just the head. So, okay, the Mami Water was, let me just read the prompt, the description. Okay, her body half human and half fish. Her hair flows like the waves. Her eyes shimmering like water. The background background was supposed to be a vibrant underwater with coral reefs and includes a school of fish and all. So then she was supposed to wear seashells. Okay, yeah, seashells and or to depict that she connected to the ocean. Yeah, then okay, the EM goddess, the earth goddess, she's more of earth. She's more like she's the god of earth. She's like a fertile god, the fertile soil, the flowers, and all. So she had to be very beautiful.
Yeah.
Because talking about nature and all. So her skin was still dark. Yeah. Yeah.
Because flowers and stuff, so she has to be pretty. So adding all these prompts, then like, so how they're very descriptive now that you're telling them, like you were very specific with how you wanted them.
Very specific, and building the art. So it's more like a digital painting. So I more like create this detail before.
I think that's really cool because one of the comments that we had from the judges was the attention to detail in your project was very nice. So clearly it's because of the prompting. I think that really makes sense for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think so. Have you worked with NFT art before or not really? Or was this,
I
are you
have.
okay?
Yeah, I have. I've worked on several. Okay, I do 3D art too. So I'm an architect, so
Okay.
I'm also into 3D art. So I think I've done can't remember, but I've actually done a lot of like NFT art. There was an NFT character I created in 2021. That was more like a character, just one character that had
Yeah.
several um, profiles to it. Like it was an NFT an NFT. It was an NFT. So it was a character that had, we were just changing I think it was his clothes we were changing, something like that. So I've done like several art, both 3D and illustrations like this, like digital painting like this.
Okay. Amazing. No, I think that's really cool. Thank you again for your project. I think the next question that I have for all of you guys is what is next for your project? So, Ani and Japheth, what is next for ChowLive? How do you see yourself building further? What are your plans for your project? And also, what are your future plans with Intersect, for example?
So, because ChowLife is a social app, it's not like, let me see, fintech where you're coming to swap tokens, send per se. You're just coming to like have fun. You don't need to bother about even transaction fees. So part of our roadmap to mainnet is to sponsor the transaction fees for the users who come up to like work on child life. So I we have some Pearl tokens now. So it means that in the near future, our mainnet would start from Intersect because that is the nearest we can afford right now.
Yeah. I mean, of course, and then I think we want people to start coming on to our platforms, on the applications on Intersect, which is why I think we wanted to give you guys Pearl tokens. And of course, in the future, if you guys need any more, then please just reach out to us, and we'd love to send you some more tokens if you need any. So that's, of course, something that
Thank
we
you.
appreciate. Uh, then the same with IDSafe. What are your plans next with Jumcee, for example? What are you guys planning on doing?
Yeah. So once again, thank you guys for this opportunity. And like I said earlier, it's like a very big foundation. It's a very big boost. Like bootstrapping a project like this, it takes a lot of regulation. And security is a very top buzzword. It's very important with just security. You can either gain or you can lose all your life fortune. So security it cannot be underestimated, like I said earlier. And I think I and Jumcee that was 2 years ago, so or a year ago. We actually worked on a project with the Nigerian Information Technology Development agency. I think need yes. So we they had it was kind of like we're building on Sense A back then. So now I think the focus is like we're trying to integrate. Now Chainlink is it's like like you mentioned earlier, the peer tokens are very important. So like I was talking to Jumcee. So like we're trying to see how to actually implement those tokens, see how we can test and just fine tune the security ecosystem. We're planning on building a mobile app. So like I'm also an app developer. So we also have some other members of the team. We have a lot of members. Another blockchain dev standby. So like we're ready to boost anytime. We're ready to launch anytime. So thank you guys for this opportunity once again.
Amazing. I think then I feel like we've learned a lot about your projects with ChowLive, IDSafe, African Gods. The next question I wanted to ask was a more general one. I think what advice would you give to young innovators and creatives in Nigeria who want to break into the Web3 space? Do you feel like there's a big community of Web3 enthusiasts in the country? Because of course we have just like five winners from there, you know. So we were curious about what advice you would have for people who are interested in joining. And then what do you have to say to the community in Nigeria and to our viewers who are tuning in right now?
So I would say community is very important if you're starting out. If you've taken notes from of anything from this call, is that we all belong to one community or the other. So whether it's Dream Piper DAO, whether it's
I think Annie, you froze up. Yeah, sorry, we can see you now. You can start again.
So I was saying that community is very important. If you've taken anything out of this call, is that we all belong to a particular community, whether it's Dream Piper DAO, whether it's a previous hackathon group, but some of the strengths in our wins is not a single person's idea, a single person's efforts, but because we have others behind us who share, who transfer knowledge. Some of them are not even working on the particular hack we are trying to work on. Some of them are not working on Intersect, but they can transfer certain knowledge and certain guides to you as someone who is starting. So that would be my strongest bit of advice. I would say find a community to join and grow from there, contribute, be a big member. And also, if you're looking for a blockchain to work on, look for the ones that are just starting out, like Intersect, because not every blockchain will give you an opportunity like Intersect has given to us to have an interview series. Some are already far, far ahead. So that's not a bad thing, but it's an opportunity to grow together. So, yeah.
Amazing. And that's actually a great message, Ani. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. We
Thank you.
also understand the importance of community. I think that's what Web3 is all about. So we at Intersect second your message. Blossom, Nath, Japheth, do you have anything to add? What do you have to say to the community in Nigeria? And people who want to start building in Web3 and
Sorry.
don't know
Yeah.
if,
Hello.
I would
yeah,
agree with okay.
Okay. Okay,
sorry,
Blossom,
yeah.
do you want to go first? So,
Yeah, okay.
all right, go on, go on.
Sorry. I would just agree with Annie a bit a lot because of I actually belong to the same community, Dream Piper DAO. I wouldn't have known about Intersect without uh, belonging to that community, and also we have been collaborating on several projects. So I think that would be one of the advices I would give. Okay, one, join a community, search community. It can be either a physical community or a virtual community. But so far it's based in Nigeria, there will be a lot of, because these are other Nigerians with you, so they already know how the market is and all, and how the industry is. So it will be nice you join a community. And secondly, collaborate. Collaborate. Love the law of sharing of ideas and having other people to work with you on things, or having other people to talk to about several platforms, because some people would know about Chainlink, some people would know about Avalanche, some would know about different. So those kind of collaborations, that kind of synergy is what now makes you to go faster and better.
Amazing. Thank you. So how many people are in the Dream Piper DAO? Is it just you three, or are there many more people as well?
Yeah, there are many more. I don't really know the number. I left except I check. We should be
Yeah.
up to 20, more than 20, 30. So that there are several, many more people working on different individual
Awesome.
hackathons and different projects. Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
there's
And
several.
so
But Dream
hopefully in the future we can work with more people from Dream Piper and have more winners from there.
I
That's
think
Yeah,
Annie wants to say
love to
something.
see that.
I was going to mention that we have active devs, we have designers, and we also have users who are just there out of sheer enthusiasm of blockchain. So, but for active builders, they are close to 30. So some might be working on a simultaneous project, a project simultaneously while you're working on another different hackathon. But give or take, our Discord membership is close to 200.
Wow, that's huge, amazing. And yeah, I think we'd love to collaborate with your DAO in the future. I think that would be a great idea. Clearly, there's a lot of talented people in the DAO, so we would love to get to know you guys more.
Thank you.
Hopefully.
Also,
Japheth, do you have something to add? Because I remember you wanted to say something.
All right. Me?
No, Nath, I think you can also go ahead then. I think because Japheth wanted to say something before, but I don't think he wants to anymore. So go ahead.
All right.
What do you want to say?
Yeah, so thank you. Basically, I would say like if you are starting out, just as an advice to others in the Web3 space, I would say most importantly, widen your how will I call it your focus. So like I see a lot of people, Nigerian folks, we a lot of us just want to stick to airdrops, all these Telegram bots and all the rest. So
Yeah.
I always tell my friends that just try to widen your focus. There are other opportunities apart from Telegram bots. Also, like get more informed. Like anybody that's ahead of you is more informed than you. So and then finally, like creative, like social media, it's a place where it gets very easy to get consumptive, but
Yeah.
I would say like it gets try to lean more toward the creative side, like any way you can create, and like any way you can be creative. Like I have people that they like just when they switch to being creative, like they just transform their entire lifestyle, they transform their entire life. So yeah. So and also like just a background to where I'm coming from. I also actually have a community. I and Jumcee, we have a community. Hackathons, like our GitHub organization. Hackathons is a branch of another a larger group of students, university students across Nigeria. We call them now Logic. We're around 200 or 300 or so. So it's a massive community of students that we're just doing a lot of things with 3 technology and all the rest. So we would like to collaborate more on future. Thank you.
Amazing. We'd love to collaborate with you guys and do more specific, I guess in future hackathons, do something more specific and do more outreach with certain communities and DAOs. I think that's a great idea. As we said, like Intersect is all about trying to reach as many people as possible and teach them about Web3. And we were just starting out. This was our first hackathon. What would you say your experience was with Intersect? Did you enjoy working with us? Do you have some feedback? What are some things that you really liked and you felt were different from other hackathons? Anyone can start with that.
Yeah, I feel like the entire the organization, like it stands out. Like Intersect, you focus on connecting people. Like also it's very nice to see when you are like trying to emphasize developers, Web3, like different spheres, gaming, like it's kind of like a generic approach, like it's kind of very practical. So that's what we like about Chain League, and very like I said, this is a very good start. You guys are like the sky is the limit. So thank you guys very much for the opportunity.
Amazing. Anyone else?
I would love to say that the for the design, okay, I really appreciate the fact that there was a kind of design track, like
Yeah.
for designers, just for designers, and also I really love the fact that the brief was detailed, like the brief was detailed, and also kind of expressive for the wallet. They provided with all the tools, everything you need, the branding, the files, the templates, and all that you needed to create the wallets. I really appreciate that. And also the fact that for the profile, there was some sort of freedom to be
Yeah.
expressive there. So that was what I like about the Intersect Hackathon. And looking
Amazing.
forward to the future.
Looking forward to have you in the future as well. I think if there aren't any more comments, I think we can end the call then. And anyone else who would like to maybe say some last words to the viewers? If not, then yeah, I think thank you guys all for joining.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Japheth. Thank you, Blossom. Thank you, Ani, and Jumcee, who's here with us in spirit. It's actually really funny because we saw the name Fatima and we were really shocked because in the beginning of the hackathon, if you see the opening ceremony, in the opening ceremony, we actually manifested someone named Fatima. So we were like, hey, Fatima is this imaginary person who like completes a lot of who completes in both the tracks and then decides to build a project and do all the social media activities and stuff, stays
Oh, wow.
engaged in the group, and then she wins the prize. So somehow that ended up happening. So we were very shocked actually.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. She's a highly motivated person.
Amazing. Tell her we appreciate her enthusiasm during the hackathon, and we hope in the future you guys can invite more friends and more people, more like-minded young people like you. We'd love to have you guys on Intersect building and being a part of our community. Thank you everyone for joining and have a great day.